I can't tell you how many times I've read comments and letters from individuals who moved across their town, across their state, across the country, and in fact, many times out of their country, simply not to be in any proximity to their narcissist, not to be anywhere physically near their narcissist. So let me ask you a question. How many of you know or remember the narcissist Beckon call? You are being summoned. They need help. There's a birthday party that you must attend so they can have their supply, so they can show off what good people they are. Perhaps in a narcissistic marriage or relationship, they need you to show that they are normal, fit in with society, good and upstanding. Now, here's the real question. How many of you remember this? Because I remember this so clearly. That when you were asked to attend, when you were asked to come over, when you were asked to be part of something, you didn't want to go. You didn't want to experience all the wonderful gifts the narcissist has in store for you. You didn't want to be abused. You didn't want to be degraded. How many of you thought of so many different excuses only to be met with counter reasons why you need to come? And those counter reasons would increase in volume over and over and over again, no matter how many excuses you gave, because you just didn't want to be in that presence. You didn't want to be in the middle of all that negative garbage, whether it be with the narcissist or whether it be with siblings, whether it be with the golden child. You just didn't want to be in that horrible, uncomfortable space. But yet the narcissist would continue to badger you, to make you feel guilty about not showing up. How many of you remember that feeling? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Knowing with every part, every fiber of my body, I get sick just thinking about it. I don't want to be there in the middle of that. I don't want to be in that proximity. But yet, for the fear of what would come next if I didn't, I would just show up. The way I learned to protect myself, as many of you, both golden children and scapegoats, is to do what they said to avoid the future. To just show up, sit there like a lump of clay, and just watch the insanity. Because not showing up was worse than showing up and going and viewing and being in present of all that sick and illness. Again, we feel that we have to do this. We fear the consequences if we don't. I'm on the other side of no contact now. I'm going to tell you this again, second by second, minute by minute, day by day, month by month. It will get better. There are some extremes where the abused victim, you, has to get out of the area because we know exactly what the narcissist is capable of doing. We know that the narcissist will use lies with the law. We don't want to be around people that the narcissist knows because we've been degraded, we're embarrassed, we're ashamed when we have no reason to be. So we get the hell out of Dodge. But yet when we continue to show up, it's horrible. But yet it's better than the alternative of not showing up. And somehow we reconcile this in our heads. I've been there. Somehow we feel inside ourselves that if we don't show up, there'll be hell to pay. And we'll continue being abused. And the truth is, we're going to be abused no matter what, no matter if we show up or we don't. It's just a matter of degrees. It's a matter of how sneaky they're going to be. It's going to be a matter of how covert or overt they are if we show up or not. We're still going to be abused. So, do you share this also? Because I see this and feel this so clearly as if it was yesterday. The fear of not showing up to that Beckon call. The fear of not bringing my child so they can see their grandson. The fear of them going behind my back and using my son as their supply, has triangulating between me and my son. I'm fortunate. A lot of people in my family have prepared my son for this. My son knows exactly what's going on. But I'd like you, if you have a moment, to please share. If you remember the fear of not showing up to their beck and call. You're going to have peace today. Even if you're in contact or low contact with your narcissist, as long as you recognize the symptoms, as long as you know what's going on, you're going to have that much more peace. Thank you.